Hello, good morning, students. You have selected the language French in your high secondary. I welcome you all to learn the new language. You have the confidence that you can do it, that you can do it, you can learn the language. First, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be put faith that we can do it. Then only everything is possible. But effort is also important. Nothing comes without effort. You have to put effort to learn any subject. So here, what you have to do, you have to just listen carefully without any distractions, practice it, then it will be a easy language to score and to do well in all the exams and tests. You have to concentrate and you have to practice, you have to cooperate during the sessions, class sessions. First thing what you are going to learn, you are all beginners. Let us start with the alphabets, French alphabets. Like English, there are 26 alphabets are there. 5 vowels are there. In French, 21 consonants and 5 vowels. The alphabet's pronunciation will be different in French, but not the words. You can't, no need to use the same pronunciation in pronouncing the words for alphabets. First one A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. F, G. For G, you have to pronounce G. H. E for I for E. For J, you have to pronounce G. For G, you have to pronounce G. For J, you have to pronounce G. K for K. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, E, V, W, X, Y, Z. Repeat the pronunciation of the alphabets. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, E, V, W, X, Y, Z. Pronunciation of alphabets. To just spell by the alphabets, you have to use this pronunciation, not for the words. Next part. In French, there are 5 vowels and 21 consonants. What are the 5 vowels? A, E, I, O, U, and H is silent. Y is also used somewhere, sometimes for the vowel. For the 2 vowels, you have to cut one vowel if you are using Y also. H is called as a silent here. 5 vowels A, E, I, O, U. Then another thing you have to know in French is there are accents. What is these accents? These accents are symbols placed above and below the vowels and C in French, which change the pronunciation of the letters. For what purpose you are using these accents in French? These are symbols above the characters or below the alphabets. Why it is used? To get the different pronunciation of the letters. For that purpose only they are using this accent. 5 accents are there. See the 5 accents. First one, drawing a line in this method, in this direction. Look at the line I had drawn here in this direction. Above the alphabet you have to put a line like this. Example, look at here. Above the vowel, I have drawn a line, very small line. You have to draw it in this direction, from bottom left to top upwards, from bottom left side to top upwards. This is called as accent aigu. This is called as accent aigu. Example in word école, école, meaning school. École means school. How to pronounce is A. A-Y I have written an A. Pronunciation école. Next accent grave. Here look at the line. The line is drawn from left to right, raising to a raising by raising. Here same only left to right by downwards. It is raising upwards, it is going downwards. Like this you have to draw a line above the alphabets. E, A, U. It comes in this, it is used in these alphabets like this. Example, U, regle. How it is pronounced? Ha. Ah. Like that it is pronounced, pronunciation. What is the name of this accent? Accent grave. Accent grave. Third one, cap symbol. Above the vowels. A cap symbol you have to put above the vowels. So look at the examples. A, E, I, O, U on cap symbol. Example in using the words Aj, hotel. What is the purpose of this now? Missing S. If some character, some alphabet is missing like that, yes, you have to put the circumflex telling that on alphabet is missing. Like that. No change in the pronunciation. What is the name of this accent? Accent circumflex. Accent circumflex. Next one, cédille. A line, accent like this. Accent like this. It is used only in C, alphabet C. Below that you have to draw the line like this in this direction. Inversion C. It look like appears a inversion C or a bigger comma like that it will appears. Looks. Example garçon. Pronunciation, if you use this C cédille, the pronunciation will be S. Pronunciation will be S. Cédille. Next one, tréma. Last, fifth accent, tréma. What is this? Two dots above the vowels. Two dots above the vowels. Where you have to use this? If there are two vowels coming nearer, you have to use this vowels. If there are two vowels are there, coming to nearer, you have to use this tréma in one of the vowel. Like that you have 5 accents. Different name of the accents is given. For what is the usage? To have the different pronunciation, they are using this vowels. We have finished the alphabet pronunciation and the accents. We are known about the we learned the accents. What are all the accents? What are the usage of the accents of the in French? Next what you are going to learn, pronom sujet, subject pronoun. Pronoun sujet, subject pronoun. 6 subject pronouns are there. Where you have to use this? To begin a sentence, you have to use these subject pronouns. Subject pronoun will come in the first of the in the beginning of the sentence. Then you have to use the verbs to make a sentence structure. Say what are the 6 subject pronouns? You have this order. You have to remember this order. First one, first person singular, second person singular, third person singular. 3 singular pronouns are there. After that 3 plural pronouns are there. Plural. For here, let us start with the first person singular. J-E, J apostrophe, meaning I. Second person singular, tu, meaning you. I am formal. Third person singular, il, L. Tu is there. Il, L. Il refers for masculine subject. L points for feminine subject. Il means he. L means she. It is common for both il and L. If it mentions things or beings, masculine or feminine, has the same meaning, it. But according to the noun, you have to use il or L. Third person. One more is there, third person, but it is not used commonly. It is not used. Often is not used. What is it? On. Meaning of this, one, someone, we. If the subject is unknown, you can use this subject third person singular pronoun on in the sentence. Then comes the plural pronouns. First person plural nu, meaning we. Second person plural vu, meaning you, formal. Third person plural il, el, meaning they. These are the 6 subject pronouns. You are going to use this in the every sentences. Very important, you have to memorize these subject pronouns. And the order also you should be thorough. What is the order of the subject pronouns? First person, second person, third person singular. First person, second person, third person plural. You have to remember the order. Remember the subject pronouns. Very important. First thing to memorize, this one you have to learn. First thing what you have to memorize, these are the subject pronouns. Then what is the difference between the second person singular you and the second person plural you? Both has the same meaning, but here informal, here formal. If you are talking to a same age persons or younger persons, you have to use this form in the sentence to conjugation. If you are talking to elder persons or unknown persons, you have to use this who subject in the sentence. Who subject, then the conjugation according to it in the sentence. That is the difference between the second person singular and second person plural. For plural, more than one, here there is singular. If you are using to many persons, you have to compulsory use this who subject. This is the 6 subject pronouns. Je or J apostrophe only here same meaning, both for the both same meaning I. If the next verb starts with vowel, Je strings to J apostrophe. If not, you have to use Je. If the following verb after the subject, the verb will come. If the following verb starts with vowel, then E will go off. Je becomes J apostrophe. Then the next part, pronoun tonic. We call it as a disjunctive, disjoint, stressed pronouns. Pronoun tonic is called disjunctive, disjoint, stressed pronouns. Where you have to use this stressed pronouns? These stressed pronouns are used to highlight the subject. To highlight the subject. To emphasize or to draw attention to the subject, you have to use this pronoun tonic, disjunctive pronouns. Same, how you have seen 6 pronoun subjects are there, like that. Similarly, you have 6 pronoun tonic. Same order only, first person singular, second person singular, third person singular. If you are using for first person singular subject, you have to use MOI. If you want to use this pronoun tonic for first person, you have to use MOI. For second person, use toi, TOI. For third person, il, lui. For L, L. Then comes the plural. For first person plural nu, you have to use nu as the pronoun tonic. Both same only, but it is in caps, it is in small. Second, first person plural nu, second person plural vu, third person plural masculine and feminine. Here also that given separately for masculine subject lui, feminine subject L. If the subject, if you are using for the masculine subject, pronoun tonic is a. If you are using for feminine subject, pronoun tonic is L, ELLES. Meanings are given here. If for first person MOI, me, second person toi, you, lui, him, elle, her. For nu, us. For vous, you, them, elle, them. 6 pronoun tonics for 6 different persons. For if you according to the person for whom you are using, use this pronoun tonic. Where you have to use this? To highlight about the subject, to give importance to the subject, to give weightage to the subject, to draw attention to the subject, you have to use this stressed pronoun. In few other ways also they are used. In comparison, if more than one subject is there in sentence, then also they have used this pronoun tonic. So let us see the usage. Pronoun sujet, I told you, is pronoun sujet is always followed by a verb. Subject pronouns begins the sentence. Just now I told you pronoun sujet is always followed by a verb. What is the structure of the sentence? Subject, then verb, then object. For subject, in the subject place, we have to use the subject pronouns, then the verb. How you use in English is any verbs to tell about the action. Like that, you have to use French verbs to tell about any action what you are doing. Then follows the object. Always the pronoun sujet will come before the verb. In this place, you have to use the pronoun sujet. Here, next pronoun tonic, where you have to use these disjunctive stressed pronouns are used for emphasis, highlight or draw attention to the subject. Many other ways, what are the ways? If there is more than one subject, or in comparison also, you have to use this pronoun tonic. Are you clear now? Where to use the pronoun sujet meanings, pronoun tonic meanings. I told you what you have to be thorough. Alphabets you learned, but very important things you have to be thorough. This pronoun sujet and pronoun tonic. This you have both. You have to memorize. It will be used regularly in throughout the lesson. It is used regularly throughout the lessons. So write it and practice and memorize this now from now itself. It will be useful for this year and also the next year. Write this and practice and memorize these two topics, pronoun sujet and pronoun tonic, from now onwards. After the pronoun sujet, pronoun tonic, one thing you have to learn in French. What is that? About the nouns. About the nouns. Nouns are classified into two types. Nouns are classified into two types. What are the two types of noun? It is masculine or feminine. Any other type. All the nouns are classified into masculine or feminine. How to identify these nouns? What is the way? How to identify? By the endings, by the ending of the noun, you can identify the feminine. Most of the feminine nouns, that means majority, 90%, will have the endings e, ion. Most of the feminine nouns will have the endings e, ion. Remaining endings are called masculines. Other endings are all masculine nouns. Most of the how will be the feminine noun? How to identify if the ending of the noun is e or ion, if it is feminine, others are masculine. This rule applies for only 90%, or there are some exceptions. That you have to learn and identify. No other way. There are some exceptions. The ending where the noun will end with e, but it will be feminine, masculine, like this. Like this, there are exceptions. We can't identify with the endings, that you have to learn and identify. You can follow this rule for 90% of the nouns, but there is some exception that you have to learn. In French, final consonants are usually silent. In the French words, final consonant, the ending, not usually pronounced. Like example, P-T-I-T, petit. Like that, you have to pronounce. P-A-R-I-S, Paris. The final consonant, the endings are not pronounced except those ending in mute E. Except if E is there in the ending of this, you have to pronounce it. Otherwise, no need to pronounce the final endings. Nouns that refer to males or masculine. Just now I told you if it ends with E, feminine, otherwise masculine. But nouns that refer to males are always masculine. Example, boy, father, uncle, like that. Those refer to female or obviously feminine. Gender-wise, you have to identify. Gender-wise, by knowing the meaning of the nouns, you have to identify. Example, girl, mother, sister, aunt, grandmother, like that. Gender-wise, you have to learn the meaning of the noun, then you have to identify. For other nouns, like this, you have to follow it. This applies for all the animals and human beings, or for all the human beings. You have to follow this role. By gender wise, you have to identify the nouns with its meanings. Here, by the endings, with the help of the endings, you have to identify the nouns. Next, article defini. What are all we are seeing is big. It is all beginning grammar to learn for before going to the lessons. Now, what are all we are seeing? Alphabets, nouns, how to identify the nouns, then the pronoun suje and the pronoun tonic. It is used in the lessons. It is used in the lessons from the beginning itself. If you have a clear picture before going to the lessons, you will feel comfortable while taking lessons. Next thing is article defini, definite articles. Next one is article defini, definite articles. These are noun markers or identifiers. With the help of these identifiers, we can identify the gender of the noun. Indicates a specific, where you have to use these definite articles, indicates a specific person or thing. There only you have to use the definite articles. With this help of articles, we call this as identifiers or noun markers. We can identify the gender of the noun. How many types are there? 4 types of definite articles are there. All has the same meaning, the. First one, singular, le, la, l apostrophe. 3 or singular, les is plural. 3 or singular, le, la, l apostrophe. All has the same meaning, the. Le used for masculine nouns, la used for feminine nouns, l apostrophe for masculine or feminine nouns starting with vowels. Then last one, plural. If it is masculine or feminine also both, but if it is plural you have to use this les. With this help of the noun article, see, we can identify the noun type of the noun. For example, just now I told you what 2 types of noun are there. If you don't know what type of noun, these articles will help you. If le is there in that noun, you can easily identify that is masculine. If la is there in the noun, you can easily identify that is feminine. L apostrophe, we don't know it is masculine or feminine, but it starts with a vowel. Last one, plural. It is a plural form, so they are used les. Example, look at here. Example, le garçon. Garçon means boy. So, it is a masculine noun. Le jardin. The noun is masculine. Jardin means garden. La fille, girl. The girl. Always the meaning is the girl. Girl means gender-wise feminine, so la. La maison, the house. Noun not ending e, but it is exception feminine, the house. L'hôtel, starting with vowel, l apostrophe. L'appartement, starting with vowel, l apostrophe. Plural, same. Garçon, garçons. Plural, the boys. The girls. Girl, girls. The plural. So you have to use these articles in this manner. According to the type of the noun, gender of the noun, use these articles. Masculine, feminine. If you start with the vowel, last one, plural. Do you understand what I said? If you have doubts, you can message and ask me. I'll explain in the while messaging. Thank you.